Welcome back to another episode of Beeline to Passport in GKI Radio. My name is Joe Batista. I'm your host, and we have another guest, another very interesting guest. This time we have Mr. Freddy Chica. Freddy Chica, he's a personal trainer, also the president of 180 Makeover and All Tasty Solutions. And we want to know how everything started for Mr. Freddy Chica. Good evening, Freddy.
Jose, thank you so much. Good evening. So far, has been almost 7 years since the time that I decided to start with the concept with the company. It was pretty much an idea that was based on needs from my clients. At the very beginning, I am a personal trainer, as you said, and I have been working for almost 13 years with different type of clients. And at some point, I noticed the need of different type of structure, different type of model in order that the people will be able to reach their goals. So I decided to start, trying, experimenting different kind of things. For me, I got always a pattern that was food is pretty much everything in terms of results. So cooking has been one of my passions. And one day I was just working out with a client and she came up with an idea. She's like, why you don't start cooking for your clients? And I was like, no, I really like what I do. It means for passion, but I never consider like a business. So she said, you should try it. And then she asked me if I can cook for her. Their family was absolutely surprised and delightful with the food. And they start asking me just to start cooking in a weekly basis. So she started posting on Facebook couple of the dishes that I cook for her, and that spread out like quick. So the majority of my clients start asking, "Hey, what's going on? How come you are cooking and you didn't let us know?" So I say, "Okay, let me." I was completely off guard. I didn't know exactly what to do. I was like, "Okay, let me organize. Let me see how I'm gonna do it." And that's the way how it started with Tasty Solutions. So that was pretty much the 50% of the project. So I say now I need to create something that take care of the physical part of the transformation part, and I create a program that pretty much involve everything. It's not just a losing weight program because we got so many different in the market, but I think that we need something different that involve coaching, that involve following up every day, and something that involves so many different areas other than the physical part by itself. So I decided to start creating something that you can start working on it, but that make you change in so many aspects on your life. But the results will be one of the results will be, of course, lose weight or get back on your shape. So that's the way how this started. It was kind of accidental, let's say it in that way, but it has been an amazing journey.
It's been how many years?
With the project, 7 years. Working as a trainer, 13 years.
Wow. And Freddy, where are you from originally?
Colombia.
Colombia.
Yep.
And when you grew, how's your family structure? How many siblings?
I come from a really small family.
Mhm.
I'm the only child. My dad passed away 35 years ago.
Okay.
And I don't have like a big structure, like family structure. And my mom's still living in Colombia. I just got a couple of step brothers from my dad's side, and that's it. It's just small family, pretty much.
And growing in Colombia, did you thought any time, okay, you're gonna become a physical trainer, you're gonna become somebody, you're gonna be helping other people in their health, in their lifestyle?
I got the idea, but I know exactly what I want, but I didn't know the how.
Okay.
So that pretty much had been shaping up little by little during the years. I graduated about the physical education and sport training.
Okay.
And then I working in different fields. I worked with soccer, women's soccer projects for quite a while. Then I dedicated myself to work with the scuba diving for almost 3 years. And then I came to the States, and that changed my entire picture. I started working in the fitness industry. I did pretty much everything on the gym, going from sales, training, management, and little by little, start having like an overview about what was going on. A lot of people in need, a system that didn't have um, an option to help people for real. That was mostly a business, but not as something that can help people. So I was like, I need to create something, you know? It's like there is people in need, people that need to lose weight, struggling with their health, but the system is not helping. The system is just pretty much created just to make the people to, you know, stay in there forever, but doesn't see any results. So that's why that started, you know, getting into my mind like I need to do something, I need to do something, and little by little that started taking me to this journey.
Wow, wow, very interesting journey. And you work in the States in gyms, but also you deal with private clients in the entertainment industry and other industry like modeling and all that.
Yeah, have been moving from pretty much all different type of clientele. I worked for a while with people fitness. That was probably the first name that I got for the project before become this. That was Fitness for Beauty. That were pretty
Okay.
much with actors, actresses, models, people that need to get on shape for special projects. So and it was pretty interesting. It was pretty nice, a really nice experience. People that they need to get in shape like ASAP because they got something to get done, and we don't have that much time. So it was really nice.
And it was probably okay, short period of time. You need to lose 20 pounds and you need to do everything 24/7.
Exactly. Yeah, that was pretty much like an intervention.
Wow.
So it's
Wow.
like, okay, they hire me, they say, okay, I got let's say majority of the projects they got month or most is like 6 weeks. I got 6 weeks to get into shape because I got a presentation or I have a show or I got something and I need just to be on the shape. So what you can do? And I'm like, oh, okay,
Oh,
let's make the magic.
you turn like, oh, I have a headache now.
Yeah.
I can imagine that stress because working with models, actors every day. We seen hey, they have that stress not only because they need to do some auditions or they need to participate, but also they make the pressure. Okay, just to get this part in this movie or on this play, you need to be in this shape.
Yep.
Big.
That they have to perform is
Uh-huh.
part of their duty, and the majority of the time their roles depends on the way how they look like.
Correct.
So it's extremely important, and they have a lot of pressure. They're under a lot of pressure because it's a time based project. So they have certain period of time
Mhm.
that they had to be on the shape. There is no way just to go around. Oh, I'm sorry, give me a couple weeks more. No, it's like you're done or you're done. So it's like they pretty much like get you on the train. It's like
Most definitely. And if they have some situations like, okay, uh, health issues, you need to deal with the health issue as well because that person in that short period of time or need to complete this or don't have that part.
um majority of times we focus on the physical part,
Uh-huh.
but at the same time we try to attack anything related with health.
Okay.
The thing with health is health usually take a longer time in order to heal. If person is, let's say, having problem with cholesterol or problem with the sugar because they are pre-diabetic, things like that, we need to make sure that we got enough time to work on that. So sometimes in a month, yeah, they will see improvement for sure, but they don't gonna get the problem fixed. That's so majority of time they will see themselves in a really good shape, but they don't gonna see themselves completely healthy as they probably wanted. And It's sad to say, but most of the time when we got these cases, they don't focus on their health.
Mhm.
They focus on the results in terms of physical appearance.
Okay.
So it's like this is why I enjoy. I did it probably for like 6, 8 months, and I was like, yeah, this is something that I like it, but it's not exactly what I like. This is not exactly what I'm looking for.
Okay.
So I start shaping up the model and transforming in something else and giving another round in order just to find out exactly what I was looking for.
All right. Well, we're gonna go on a short commercial break, and we will be right back with more of Freddy Chica here in Beeline to Passport on GKI Radio.
It's clear, you up to no good. Hide behind sheets in them woods. I have you running like Hitler, lost in the wrong hood.
Welcome back to Beeline to Passports on GKI Radio. My name is Joe Batista. I'm your host, and we have Mr. Freddy Chica here with us. He's a personal trainer, and not only a personal trainer, he is the president owner of 180 Makeover. And I mean, there was some music around here. Okay, he's president of 180 Makeover and also All Tasty Solutions. And we were in the first segment, we were talking how the project, or both projects, started, his education, and now in the last 6 months, last year, how you see the people taking this concept uh, more serious, let's say that way, based on the health, and how the people that you start, you see like, okay, they taking this serious, and they also looking to help other people with their knowledge, or what they want to have their family in shape.
Yes, Jose, definitely. It has been a big change, and definitely one of the things that make part of that change was the situation that we got with COVID-19.
Okay.
The majority of people change their focus on their health.
Okay.
As far as we know, the people that have issues with overweight, high blood pressure, stuff like that, they are more at risk. So now the majority of population are more conscious about their health. People are more focused on I need to be healthy. It's not about to look better or to lose pounds, but to be healthy, just to stay, in the good side. They don't want to be on risk. So I think that the people are creating more conscious about it. They are they are stepping on taking action. Because part of the problem that we got is there's a lot of people that have the idea that they need to change,
Mhm.
but they are not prepared to take action. Now, as far as all this thing with the COVID has been absolutely crazy, people are more willing to take action and start doing something in order to improve their health and work on health issues, stuff like that. So I think that definitely is a mentality that people are changing since probably the last year or so, has been changing for good. People are more focused now on I need to stay healthy. I need to be healthy. I need to pay attention to anything that is going on with me. I wanna stay, out of a hospital. I wanna be dealing with things like that. So I start taking care of myself.
And definitely the people started making the changes, because unfortunately with the COVID-19, that was a slap on our face.
Exactly.
Like, okay, we need to wake up. We didn't take care of our health. Unfortunately, a lot of people pass away. A lot of people, they are in the hospital right now, because unfortunately they didn't deal with their health. There were also healthy people that unfortunately got COVID, but they fight, and they fought and they won, because they have the balance. There was some people, the health was bad, and unfortunately lost the battle. Other people, they say, okay, I have some problem with my health, but I'm gonna fight, and they start making some changes since that point. And it's a lot of people around, doing that changes. On my way here to the studio today, was something very interesting. I saw people that I never saw running in my neighborhood.
Yeah, it's true. It's just that now we start seeing things that people are paying more attention now about what they eat. They're
Uh-huh.
more conscious. So whenever they go somewhere, they are start looking for the nutritional facts. They're thinking more about their choices, about what they go to order. Um, they're even more focused on single things like let's go and take a walk,
Yes.
things like that.
Yes.
That we unfortunately we forgot about that for quite a while, and that's part of the problem that we get you that get us here because um, unfortunately a lot of the people that die from COVID they have a previous situations with overweight, as I say, and a lot of situations derivated from the obesity and the problem with cholesterol, sugar, stuff like that.
Wow, wow. And sadly, that is a normal in the States.
Yep.
The obesity, and I'm bringing all this because I'm gonna tell our audience a situation, but obesity and also some changes that they need to make just to have a better life or
Mhm.
the longest
Yep.
life, because unfortunately with the health and the health issues, what is the average now? 75,
75, 74, 75.
75 years old. I remember, our grandparents, 100,
100. Yep.
I met a gentleman, then it's gonna sounds funny. He walked to when he was 12 years old. He walked to the inscription office, the naturalization and basically to do the social security himself at 12 or 15 years old.
Wow.
And when he passed away, they based on that, the time they counted was from the day that he went and did the paper to the time that he passed away, and that was 108 years old. But he was between 12, 15 years old when he did that part. Talking about easy 120 years
Yep.
old.
Yep.
And what they ate before, completely different.
Quality of food has been changing so much in the last 34 years on the states has been depletion of sources like mineral sources on the ground, so the quality of food that we eat now is not the same food that we eat probably 40, 50, 60 years ago. So that's a game changer. On top of that, the increasing of products, things that are highly processed, the high level of stress, the lack of physical activity is like a little cocktail. You know, we add here, 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 and we got a bad mix. So now we need to start changing. We need to start, making sure people start becoming more active, that they watch what they eat, that
Mhm.
they get back on, on real food instead of being eating like boxes, stuff like that. They need to eat real food. So it's just like it's going to take a while in order to work in that part because it's just changing people mentality that
Yes.
doesn't happen overnight.
Correct, correct.
But at least now people is more open to start talking about it and to start creating changes to taking action about what's going on.
Yes, and only that part is start with you. It's like rehabilitation.
Yep.
It's you. You need to decide that you want to make that changes
Yep.
to have a better life or better health. People may be saying, listening this show today, like, but they talk about entertainment, and they talk about community leaders and all that in the show, but why they brought this information about the healthy and food is because our people that we represent in Silera, they are under Mr. Freddy Chica, because we want them to be healthy. We want them to have a better quality of life. But not only that, when they go and perform, the actors and the singer, they go and perform and they don't have some health situation when they're working in their field, and they can have a long career, because unfortunately having health issues can short
Yeah.
your career very, very fast, and it's super important. um, when we come back from the break is when I gonna tell the audience another story, and gonna be very interesting for our audience, and Freddie is involved on this. But we're gonna go to a short commercial break. But remember to drop a comment or question if you would like to hear them answer on this show. The number is 407 476 9059. Remember to say my name, Joe Batista, followed by your name and your question or comment. And you could hear your comment or question here in Beeline to Passports on GKI Radio. Welcome back. This is Joe Batista, and this is Beeline to Passport on GKI Radio. Tonight we have Mr. Freddy Chica, president and owner of 180 Makeover and All Tasty Solutions. And let me start with the story, and from there we continue. Well, the story for our audience is myself. I'm Freddy Chica's project. When we start, basically 6 months ago,
Yep.
we start. I was 240 pounds when I started with Mr. Freddy Chica, and today's day I'm on my right way and my correct way. That is 185 based on my height. It's been 6 months on this project, and I used to take pills for conditions, and I say bye bye to that pills, because I decide to make that change. I decide to make that transformation, that makeover, and not only that, to be healthy and to say, hey, I want to live longer years for my family, for the company, because this business is stressful. We deal with productions. We go on the road. We deal with actor situations, musician situation. They are very difficult. Some legal situations also with them, but all that, you need to start working on yourself and be healthier to make a better life. And we start that project 6 months ago, and Mr. Freddy Chica can continue to talk about the progress and all this stuff with me when we started.
Definitely, Jose. This has been probably one of the most impressive transformations in the last year. Has been yours. I feel glad that we decided to take this step, um, because for both of us, I'm sure that has been an amazing journey. I still be thinking that every person that come into my life, into my project, is a way to learn more, to help others, and definitely it has been absolutely amazing to see you changing for good, of course, to recover your health, to become the best version of yourself. So for me, it has been very rewarding, and I'm absolutely excited because we are in the last part of the project. We are almost 80% out of the final results, and it's probably 13 pounds more to go. and the majority of your health issues are healed, are corrected, that's fixed. So that's probably the most rewarding thing for me, is to know that in some way the program can deliver for you exactly what you were looking for.
Yes, and let me tell you, Freddie, it's been a challenge because when you are the only one in your household eating healthy, and you go, it's funny because you go to your house, and Freddie come to my house. I remember that the first day when he came, he went, okay, let's look what you have on the for groceries, on
Your
the
pantry.
closet, on the pantry, and he started looking like, oh wow, yeah, this need to go, this need to go, but hey, that's not mine. This is these people here, all this, all my family, they have all, very bad health. No health, well, they have some health situation, but they have some very bad habits for the food. You know, the way that they eat and the kind of food that they eat. Like you said, you look that label, but some people don't look the label. They look for the expiration date. And sorry, my wife, she's the one that look only for the expiration date. But that is very important, because is, if we said earlier, is like a rehabilitation that you need to say, hey, I'm gonna do this for me,
Yeah.
not for anybody else. It's for you. Then the rest of the world.
And it's something that we talked at the very beginning of the process about how changing start affecting others. So whenever you focus on you, whenever you start working on yourself, how you start changing about your complete household, the entire family that live around you, start changing for good. As some of the people that live with you start seeing you losing weight, getting healthier, getting more active, feeling better, looking better, they are like, oh wow, let me just let me join on the boat because it's like they don't want to be, they don't want to be left alone. I think that definitely part of what we are doing is start to creating changing or changes in our community, but one person at a time.
Yes,
So every time that we start a project with someone, the first thing that we're gonna make sure that we impacted is their families,
correct.
and their family is going to start impacting the whole community. So this is why we just decided to do something just one by one basis. Um, we know that is something that is highly needed in terms of community to start changing mentality.
Mhm.
But definitely one of the best way to do it is to start working one on one. That people can see on you what they're looking for, and they can identify with you, and they see that if you can do it, they can do it too.
Yes, and I feel that because when we started the project, when we started losing the weight, I started receiving DMs. I started receiving not bad DMs, people, DMs of friends that like, hey, I want to do something for me, for my son, something. I have. I'm gonna be married. I remember one of my best friend. He sent me a text, say, hey, I'm gonna be married. I want to be healthier because I know that it's gonna be hard. I have some conditions. Well, this is what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
You start doing this part, this part, this part, and hey, the changes will come.
Yep.
But it's consistency as
Yep.
well.
Yeah,
Uh,
and be kind of accountable is part of the big parts of the project, because what we wanted is to make sure that is this is not a project that you're gonna work on your own. This is a project that we're gonna work together as a team. That's part of what makes the difference. We the follow up, the day by day. The majority of the programs that we see outside, they're not wrong. They're good. Some of them they're amazing, but unfortunately, some of them they lack of um, campaigning to make sure that people feel that they got somebody on their side the entire time. So making changes is hard. It's not
Mhm.
easy, and especially because of that, you need a lot of help. You need to be surrounded, especially when you are starting your project. This is why we create something that makes sure that I'm on your side the entire time. That you feel like, okay, I had a bad day, but yeah, he's right there with me, and he will find a way just to turn the things around, and tomorrow will be a better day.
That sounds like the commercial of the insurance company. They're gonna be
Yeah,
they're on your side
they're on your side. Yeah,
because you need that. I was reading a book recently about acting and all this, and on the book, last part of the book, they said you need to have people they're doing the same thing that you're doing. Then these people are gonna support you because they're gonna be okay. They understand what you're doing. They understand. They have the same goal, and they're gonna help you to
continue
continue your way.
on your journey.
And also, they're gonna help you, and they're gonna push you. If they see that you're, try to turn left, they're gonna hey, just
That's
pull
not
you
the
back.
that's not the way. Yeah.
Yes, they pull you back, then you can continue with your journey and your goal, be healthy and all that. And unfortunately, on some people, they start, they said, okay, I can do it on my own, and they don't want to be accountable. They don't want to be in certain way, going with other people, and that part needs to be fixed. In other
Yeah.
words,
Yep. It's all of us. We are not. This is something that we cannot do it by ourselves. It's
Mhm.
very few cases that I have been handling that people say, you know something, don't worry, I can do this by myself. It's very few. We are part of a community.
Mhm.
We work as a community, and in order to achieve this, we need to have people around. We need to have support from every single side: family, trainer, coach, co-workers, things like that. Unfortunately, most of the time we got people that they are not looking exactly the same direction as we are looking for, but we need a lot of support. We need at least one person that will be the entire time with us during the journey, and then at some point we're gonna need to start creating or joining a tribe of people that they will be going to the same direction that we are going to.
Yes, yes, and that will help to achieve uh, the project. That's why when we decide, hey, let's start work together, not only for myself, for the people in the organization, it's for that because we want everybody to feel accountable. And hey, we're gonna do this because we need to do it for ourselves, but not only for that, to continue and have a long career, like we said earlier.
And this is based also on a potential. How
Yes.
much potential you have. The majority of times when I start a project with someone, it's not just about lose weight or change habits, is to unlock their potential. Sometimes people doesn't see how much potential they have, how much they can do. Why? Because they have been overweight, they have been feeling sad, lonely, bored, frustrated, and that's not something that help them out to reach whatever they are capable to. So as soon as they start changing and transforming, they start finding out things that they never thought that they are capable to do. They can grow to things that they never imagined. They can reach things that dreams that they never thought that were possible, all because they start creating a change, a transformation for themselves.
Yes, yes, and because holidays are right there around the corner, that's why we brought this show today because people that need to start thinking, okay, the holidays are coming, but at the same time, I want to celebrate with my family for a long time, and it's good to have all this information. Well, people, thank you for being with us, and we're gonna go on a short commercial break. And thank you for being with us, learning about Mr. Freddy Chica story. And we'll be right back with more of Beeline to Passport on GKI Radio.
Well, in the dark, so I lost all my friends, and in the end, all I had was you.
You want that white horse? I'm not Cinderella. You're not my Prince Charming. There is no forever, ever, ever.
Welcome back. This is Beeline to Passport on GKA Radio. My name is Joe Batista, your host, and we have Mr. Freddy Chica. Freddy, recently we have a situation in our family. Then my mother-in-law, she have a stroke, and this situation make me think about the elders. Sometimes when they see, they getting the age, uh, the food that they consume is not proper. Also, medications. Then sometimes you see elders, then they have a pharmacy in that end table or night table, that they have a pharmacy. Uh, what is your thought about that situation with elders?
Jose, basically, it's a problem that we got. As is a big problem, especially now here in the states, because the system has created so much dependency on medications to extend their life expectancy, just to improve their quality of life, but they have been focused on their symptoms and not on their real problems. Um, in something as simple as if they got an issue with the cholesterol or blood pressure, they go to the doctor and the doctor say, "Oh, sure, not a problem. Take this pill, go home." The system is now focused on changing habits in order to create changes in terms of health or in population, especially for elderly population. Lack of activity is another problem. The majority of our elders, they stay at home, they don't move much, and that's part of what create a major issue with their health. Um, we have to think that our body is pretty much set up to move the entire time. So every time that we just stay there, don't move, sit in the couch the entire day, just watching TV, eating, I'm starting creating issues on my system. So it's normal that as soon as I become older, there's things that's gonna need to take more attention. But if I take good care of that, if I keep exercising, if I keep eating healthy, drinking water, sleeping properly, the majority of the things will be very superficial. Won't be things that are gonna complicate in terms of health or things like that. So unfortunately, we're gonna need to pay a lot of attention on the elderlies now, because part of the problem is like their dependency on the pills is creating a major storm. They're not changing the base. If they change the base, the majority of problem can be taken care of. But as far as they keep depending on pills, it won't go nowhere. It will be getting bigger and bigger. Is Unfortunately, as I say, technology is another thing that is not helping, because people, we are not moving here in the States. People sit on the couch, watch TV. They need something, they jump on the car, go there, pick it up in the drive-through. They don't even need to get out of the car, get back to their house, sit in the couch, start eating again, and it's definitely is not a good option for us as a humans. Our body is like a race car. We need to keep it toning and performing the entire time. If we start changing, if we start becoming very inactive,
Mhm.
our body gonna start having issues for sure.
And that was pre-COVID because when they
Oh
start
yes.
COVID,
It-
it's more like okay, Uber Eats.
yeah, it get worse.
Yes,
It get
they
worse
bring their food to your
your
step
to
doors.
your house. So it makes it even worse. But
Yes.
as I say, with the elderlies now, what we can do now is encourage them to start taking different type of choices for food. That's definitely one of the things that help get back on normal, real food instead of processed food. Second one, get them active. There is something that I always use with my clients, including you, that is one of the best exercise ever. That is called walk. Make your elderlies walk every day. Having a stretching routine as a part of their life. If they are retired, let's let's use that time that they got, that free time that they got, in order to take care of their bodies. You can see people that they're 85, and if they have been exercising and eating properly, they look amazing. And you can see people that they are not even 60, that they never exercise or take care of their food, and they look terrible. So is the question now is, how you want to look when you turn 80? You want to
Yes.
look this way or you want to look the other way?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a simple question.
Definitely. And I remember I sent you this information before. There was somebody post this message. The medicine is not healthcare. Food is healthcare. Medicine is sick care. It's time we see it for what it is.
Yep, that's absolutely right. That's is something that's pretty much resume everything that we have been talking to. It's like medicine, like pharmacological medicine, is just taking care of the symptoms,
Yes.
but the problem's still there. So we need to do something about the problem. You got a high blood pressure. Okay, why? Why is what's wrong with your body? Your body's talking to you. Why? What you need to do in order to start changing that? But if you take the pill, sure, your blood pressure gonna look much better, but that doesn't mean that the problem get fixed.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like okay, you put this part in a car. They're gonna fix it for now,
Yep.
but you need to replace
The entire part.
the entire motor.
Yep.
In the case with the motor.
Yep.
Yes. And Freddie, if people, well, this show is worldwide because it's through the GK radio, internet radio. Everybody in the world can listen this show. Uh, how the people can contact you for tips for information and what they need to do or how they can find somebody in their area that help them to have a better and quality life.
Yeah. They can contact me through my social media on Facebook and Instagram, All Tasty Solutions and 180 Makeover. We are working. This is a part of a project that probably we're gonna be talking a little bit about. Start creating new coaches, people that will be willing to help others in different areas. We need people helping others. And this definitely is something that we have been thinking for a while, and now we're ready to start putting as a part of the program is to start creating new coaches, people that will be willing to go, to your family or to your neighbor's family to work with people that got issues with weight or issues with health, and that will be able to recover and help them to heal.
Wow, wow, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome, and that is a lot of people. A lot of people need help, and basically, you can start with your own family.
Yeah.
It's not like you need to knock the neighbor's door. You start with your own family. Let's start doing this. Let's start moving. Let's start eating better, and you're gonna have from there. They continue. When you see, you're gonna have several people. They're gonna be, hey, you looks better. What you doing? Well, you continue, and they're gonna be a big family.
It's going to create community.
Correct.
That's what we are trying to do. We were trying to create a community of people that started changing the mentality from one family to another family to start creating a big network. In that way, people get more conscious about what they eat, how they can support each other to become more active.
Hmm.
That we want to create a change transformation from the bottom,
Yes.
not from the top. Because unfortunately, what we are trying to do from the top is not working. So we just need to create it from the bottom.
Yes. Basically, we need to go to the roots, and
Exactly.
then we're gonna have a better quality of everything.
Everything. Yep.
Of everything.
Yep.
Because not only it change, and telling our audience my experience when I started, feel tired. I feel, I didn't want to do many things. uh my best friends, there was the sandwiches, they were my best friends. Sandwiches, ice cream, tacos, and pasta.
Yep.
Then when we started doing this, I was drinking water, but now I drink, I don't know, gallon and a half, 2 gallons of water a day. Start walking. That's how we started. We started walking, and that was funny because you start walking, and it was probably 5 minutes. No, you were already 20 minutes walking because you were distracted. You're looking around, and you were walking 3 5 miles, and you didn't know because you were distracted, because you were talking to somebody, or probably on your social media or something, but you were moving.
Yep.
You were moving.
This is something that I always say to the people that are training with me is like, if you want to feel better, you need to start moving. Moving, start creating a different way that you feel, how you feel. If you move, you feel completely different. We need to stop depending on food as a comfort and start finding different ways to feel on comfort or feel well-being. And exercise is one of them. Any type of exercise. We are not talking about here like you need to go to the gym. Oh no, there is so many different options for exercise.
Yes.
You can go and ride a bike. You can go for paddleboard. You can go for a walk. You can do whatever you want. As far that you start moving, you're gonna start feeling different and you're gonna start acting different.
But you don't need to go to a barbecue. No, people, you go to the barbecue, but they have certain things that you don't supposed to do at the barbecue. No, the cornbread. No, they have certain things that you don't supposed to do.
And it's part of this is it's funny that you bring it to the table. It's creative balance.
Yes.
We want to make sure that we can keep progress in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these things is to help how to balance. If I got an invitation for a barbecue, as you say, okay, sure, let's go. Let's go to the barbecue. I can probably eat a couple of things that I'm not used to eat. As far that I eat it with moderation, it will be fine. As far that I don't do every day, it will be fine. As far that that day I go for a little walk, I would be absolutely fine. But I need just to find balance. Just
Yes.
balance. It's all about that.
And engineers said every movement, the synergy, the famous word synergy, is basically is something that start moving and create other parts to move. That synergy is how everything changed your life.
And it's amazing. Is our bodies are perfect machines.
Mhm.
As far that we start moving, your chemical reactions or your brain start working on that endorphins and a lot of different type of things in your system that's going to make you feel way better. This is something that is definitely big in terms of mental health on this country, because we got an epidemic with the mental health.
Yes.
A lot of people on depression, a lot of people with a lot of issues. Why? Because they are not moving. If they start moving, a lot of those things, I don't want to say all of them, but a lot of those things can get fixed without pills.
Wow. Wow. Definitely, that was a great conversation. This is an amazing conversation, Freddie. Thank you for being with us tonight, and hopefully, a lot of people out there they listen this and they decide, hey, it's time for me to make a change.
Change.
And again, repeat your social media that the people
Sure,
can
Jose.
contact you.
It's All Tasty Solutions and 180 Makeover on Facebook and Instagram.
Perfect, perfect. And for the people in Orlando, a phone number.
407 2644.
The people in the Orlando area, Kissimmee, that is the number. Well, Freddie, pleasure, and thank you for help us in all this process. And we continue. They have another 180 days. They're gonna have more transformation on this body. Alrighty. Thank you for being with us in another Beeline to Passport. And remember, be a leader, rock the world, inspire others with your emotions in control. Good night.